firefighters are trapped inside a building in downtown Johannesburg. That's after another fireman died while trying to put out a blaze on the 23rd floor. Emergency services are on the scene and traffic is being diverted. Staff have been evacuated from the building on the corner of Albertina Sisulu and Pixika Isakasema streets. Now, the building belongs to the Gauteng Departments of Human Settlements, Health and Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. Sparks were apparently reported being seen coming from a plug, but the exact cause of the blaze is, of course, still to be investigated.
The building caught fire in one of the offices on the 23rd floor, where the Legal Services Department is. We subsequently hit the building and evacuated everyone, and the fire department went in, of course, to do the search and rescue. And unfortunately, during the incident, one of the firemen seems to have jumped off from the 23rd floor, who has since demised. There are currently 3 other firemen in the building, 2 which we have fired off, which are on top of the building. We're using the SAPS helicopter to access them, and the other one we can see from here, from the balcony of the 3rd floor, which will then access later. We'll hoist all the firemen and bring them down one by one, obviously as safely as possible given the weather and conditions.
So at this stage, all the staff that was in the building has been evacuated. It's just a matter of getting the firefighters that are still trapped inside.
That would be correct. All members that were in the building were accounted for.
Do we know what has caused the fire?
I was in the building. It looked like it's an electrical fault that started in one of the plugs in the Legal Services Department. That's what I could see physically when I was still there. I'm one of the last people to leave the building.
All right. And at this stage, does it look like it's going to be a successful rescue of the remaining firefighters inside?
We've got excellent fire search and rescue aspects on scene that are actually going up to the building to go search for the remaining guys that we can account for. And we are hoping that in the next hour we should have cleared the building and contained the fire.
And do we know how many staff members were cleared?
The staff members, no, I can't give you that actual number. We went floor by floor. I personally went floor by floor from the 24th floor to make sure that everybody was cleared in the building.
All right, you heard her voice in that interview. Let's get you the very latest on the story from our reporter Silindelo Masikane, who joins us now from the scene. Silindelo, a devastating turn of events in terms of this building catching fire. What happened that led to the death of this firefighter?
Michelle, it seems that the firefighter was, of course, going inside in order to contain the blaze that's come out of this building. And in this attempt, it seems that he got on the ledge. And once getting on the ledge, it's unclear whether he lost his balance or whether it was the wind, but he fell to his death from the 23rd story. I'm just going to move out of picture, Michelle, just so Tando could show you exactly what we're seeing at this moment. Search and rescue is continuing. We do know that the building has been evacuated. All staff members from all 3 departments, that is Health, COCTA, as well as Human Settlements, those provincial departments, and all the staff working in those departments have been evacuated. It is just a matter of getting the 3 remaining firemen who remain trapped in that building. Now, I'm not sure if Tando's lens is zooming far enough for you to see the firefighters on that very 23rd story on the ledge. They are waiting for an SAPS helicopter to come and get them. As we've been monitoring the search and rescue, glass continues to fall from the very top of that building, where it's unclear whether it's from the blaze or whether it's from the search and rescue teams inside who are trying to get to those firemen right there at the top. So, of course, Michelle, we were here just last week, Friday. We did speak to staff members. We had actually gone inside this very building, and we spoke to the staff members who said that they feared for their safety, they feared for their lives. They were pleading with government to move them from this very building, saying that it is unsafe. Every time they come to work, they fear whether they're going to go back home. And it seems, Michelle, the worst has happened. We now have 1 fatality. We know that there are minor injuries. Those are in hospital, but the only fatality at this stage is of the firemen.
Yeah, a heartbreaking reminder that the men and women who work for the fire service put their lives on the line in trying to help and trying to save others. Silindelo, just in terms of the history of this building, you say you were there earlier this week. There are some rumors around what may have started the fire. What are you hearing now?
At this stage, when speaking to EMS, they suspect an electrical fault from the very 23rd story floor, and they're saying that that department, that floor houses the legal services department. So it seems there was an electrical fault. It seems there was some plugs that weren't safe, and so those sparked a fire. Those sparked a fire. So at this stage, what we know is that this building, for some time now, even the union that represents the workers in this building has been saying that for the past 2 years they've been raising the issue of the safety conditions of this building. We know that in 2017 the Labour Department had actually issued a notice saying that no persons should be allowed in this building until some work was actually done to it. And when we came to this building last week Friday, the ceiling, it was chaotic, Michelle. It was a mess. The sewage, you could smell the sewage coming from the basement. When you looked up at the ceilings, there were some pieces of the ceiling missing. You could actually see wires hanging off from the building. So I'm not sure if you can see the glass continuously falling down from this particular building, Michelle.
So, Silindelo, of course, the fire rescue emergency services vehicles are in downtown Johannesburg as they continue to deal with what's unfolding in the wake of this fire at this building. Just your advice to motorists, perhaps, on which areas of downtown Johannesburg, the CBD, to avoid?
Yes, certainly. We have JMPD on scene. We've got the police on scene, and they are busy diverting traffic as well as controlling the flow of traffic. Because, of course, we are in downtown Johannesburg. We are actually right on the corner of Albertina and Pixley Gasehuma. We are near a very popular park. In fact, we're just a few blocks down from the legislature. So if people can just avoid those particular areas, they should be okay. Search and rescue continues. We're not sure how long it's going to take, but what we know is that all staff members have been evacuated. It is just a matter of rescuing the 3 firemen who remain trapped in the building.
All right, you'll keep us up to date on that situation as it continues to unfold. Our reporter Silindelo Masikane live to us there from the CBD. Unfortunately, the devastating news that 1 fireman has lost his life as those firefighters deal with that fire in that building in the Johannesburg CBD.